Hello and welcome to Akshu's Kitchen. Today we will see how to prepare plum cake, for which we will need the following ingredients to prepare approximately 1.5 kilo of plum cake, equal quantity of sugar, self-rising flour, eggs and margarine. I have taken 250 grams of each, 500 grams of mixed dry fruits. If you don't get the mixed dry fruits ready-madely, you can use raisins, sultanas, apricot peel, orange peel. You have to buy them separately and mix it. That is 500 gram altogether, and some vanilla flavoring, 3 tablespoons of chopped cashew nuts, 3 tablespoons of caramel syrup or golden syrup, and equal quantities of cinnamon, cumin seeds, that is whole jeera seeds, cloves, green cardamoms and nutmeg. I have taken 5 grams of them each, and I am going to grind it into a fine powder using a blender or mixture and keep it ready. First, in a large bowl, I am going to take the 250 grams of margarine and I am going to beat it well until it is very smooth and creamy, and once it's done I am going to add the 250 grams of sugar to this smooth margarine, and I'm going to beat it in slow speed until it gets mixed well, and once it's all mixed I'm going to increase the speed and I'm going to beat it again for about 3 to 5 minutes until it becomes creamy and smooth again. Now you can see it is very smooth and creamy. At this stage I'm going to add the 4 eggs one by one. So when I'm adding the eggs, I'm beating it in a lower speed, and once I've added all the 4 eggs, I'm going to increase the speed and beat it well again until it becomes creamy again. It takes about 1 to 2 minutes, and then add the 250 grams of self-rising flour. If you don't have the self-rising flour, you can use the plain flour along with the baking powder, but you have to sieve it well before adding it. So after the eggs are beaten well, I am going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring and then add the 250 grams of self-rising flour or plain flour along with the baking powder and beat it in very low speed until it's mixed well. And now to this mixture I am going to add the 500 grams of dried fruits mix and mix it well together until the dry fruits is completely mixed with the cake mix. And now it's time to add the prepared spice mix. I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoon of spice mix first and mix it well together. You can also use the allspice mix readily available in supermarkets, but the homemade one really gives a good punch to the cake. So now I am adding another 1 spoon. So I am adding little by little to make sure I do not add too much, and finally another half teaspoon. So now this quantity of spice mix is completely according to your requirement. If you don't like the flavor of this spice mix, you can reduce the quantity, and if you like it well, you can add the right quantity. It all depends upon our requirement and taste. And now I am going to transfer it to a baking tin lined with greasing paper and top it with the chopped cashew nuts. So this spice mix is the secret to the plum cake, so do not avoid it. Use at least minimum level, and I'm going to bake it at a very minimum temperature, about 120 to 140, for about 1 to 1.5 hours. And now plum cake is ready. So if you put it in a high temperature, the inside will not get cooked properly. That's the reason you have to cook it at low temperature for more time. Now scrape the edges, and I'm going to put it upside down in a cake cooling tray and take the baking paper at the bottom of the cake out, and plum cake is ready to serve. So this is very famous during Christmas and New Year. Very easy to bake at home, your rich plum cake or fruit cake. Try it and you'll really like it. Thank you for watching Akshu's Kitchen.